Well, good morning. We team up with the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando every week at this time for Ask a Vet Your Well Pet. March is Poison Prevention Month, so today we're talking about some of the biggest dangers that could be lurking right in your own home. Joining us now is Dr. Nicole Greiner. She is the clinical vet from the Pet Alliance. Thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
We have some important things to talk about. Now, we're hearing that there are about 3 big things that pet owners really need to be on the lookout when it comes for poison issues. What are those 3 things?
So chocolate's a very common household toxin. It has both theobromine and caffeine. So the amount of those toxins depend on the type of chocolate. So a 1 ounce amount of baking chocolate is enough to kill a dog, but a small amount of milk chocolate is usually harmless, but in any case, don't feed your dog any chocolate.
Right, because you hear that some chocolate's fine, but you're saying some is really bad.
Yes.
Okay, what are the other things?
Xylitol, it's a sugar substitute that's found in toothpaste and chewing gum, and it can cause low blood sugar and liver failure in dogs.
Good to know we have that everywhere. And the third thing?
The third thing is sago palms. It is an ornamental plant that's common in Florida. It can cause liver damage and neurologic disease.
Now that you mention it, I think I might have one of those. So I'm going to actually look that up as soon as we're done here. Now, what should a pet owner do if you think your pet may have been poisoned? Are there any signs that we should be on the lookout for?
The most common signs are vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy. If you think your pet's being poisoned, definitely give your vet a call.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's say that your pet is showing these symptoms. You really think they have eaten something toxic. What do we do beyond just calling the vet if we're really in a panic?
You can also call the ASPCA Poison Control Center, and they can give you some information on what to do. But you definitely want to know what your pet might have ingested.
Absolutely. Do we take them right into the vet if there's some kind of emergency situation?
Yeah, you can do that too.
Always a good idea. Now, what are some of the treatment plans or options for animals who've been poisoned?
Usually it requires hospitalization, IV fluids. We usually treat symptomatically.
Good to know. Well, Dr. Greiner, thank you so much for joining us, as well as our little puppy buddy here. And if you want all the information about poison dangers for your pet, we'll connect you with the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando through our website, clickorlando.com, powered by News 6.
Just days after a Falcon 9's flight, it's now the United Launch Alliance's turn when a rocket is set to launch on the Space Coast just ahead. Plus,
Riley's the hero. Yeah.
why a dad is crediting his son after his home goes up in flames, and how a community is getting results after heartbreak. You're watching News 6. We'll be right back. Good morning, Central Florida. It is 6:30 on your Saturday. Thank you so much for waking up with us here on News 6. And if you haven't stepped outside yet, go outside. It's going to be absolutely a gorgeous day.
It really is. I mean, we're a little chilly right now, so definitely want to grab that jacket, but you're really not going to need it for much longer. We take a look at your hour by hour for your Saturday. Just like Amanda said, we're going to be absolutely beautiful for your Saturday. You're not going to want to miss out on this. We'll be at 55 at 8 a.m. A nice cool start for us here. 69 at noon. Lots of sunshine ahead of us. We may not even see a cloud in the sky. 79 will be the daytime high. We'll be dry all day long. There is no issues with rain for today or tomorrow or even into your next work week. All of that moisture staying just north of us, stretching from Memphis to Atlanta all the way to Raleigh, and then we head closer to us here at home. High pressure is the story. This is what's keeping us so beautiful all weekend long, making our winds come from the west, but we're pretty much calm all across Central Florida. If you're up early with us this morning, your sunrise will be at 7:31. Your sunset will be at 7:36. Temperatures, if you're about to head out the door, a little bit chilly still out there. 43 in Ocala. Villages, you're waking up to about 46, 50 in Leesburg, 45 in Cape Canaveral, and 59 this morning in Cocoa Beach. Take a live look over in downtown Orlando. That nice soccer stadium starting to light up this morning, 51 degrees. The humidity about 86%, so still a little sticky out there. Beach forecast, not a bad day to get out there. 75, water at 60. Do have a moderate rip current risk, but in just a few minutes I'll give you more details in your full weekend forecast. Amanda.
Thanks, Madeline. Well, we start with breaking news overnight, where Orange County deputies have arrested an acupuncturist who they say sexually assaulted a patient. Here's the mugshot from Ming Chung Tsai, who was booked into the jail overnight. Deputies say Tsai committed the first act back in December at the Compassion Acupuncture and Herbal Clinic on Fern Creek Avenue. Then last Tuesday, deputies say the female victim returned to the clinic where Sy assaulted her again. We're told evidence led deputies to Sy's arrest. He faces sexual battery charges and is being held on no bond. Detectives believe there may be other victims. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Line. Also breaking overnight, French police say a man was shot dead after trying to seize a soldier's weapon at Paris's Orly airport. We're told the soldier is part of the special force installed around France to protect sensitive sites after a string of deadly terrorist attacks. Right now, there's no information about the man who was killed. The entire airport was evacuated and all flights are being redirected. No other injuries were reported. We checked overnight, and an Osceola County school bus driver arrested on child porn charges is still locked up behind bars. Osceola County deputies arrested Jonathan Widows after getting a tip. They say the 24-year-old downloaded inappropriate images of children. 10 of those pictures were found on his devices. The school district tells us they are in the process of firing him. They say he was still on probation. Now to a sign of hope after a major setback. A retired Marine lost his home after his motorcycle caught on fire. His son is the one who saved everyone from the flames, but so far he isn't the only hero. News 6 reporter Jennifer Ortega is in Palm Coast and explains how the community is getting results during the family's road to recovery.
Robert Detherow said he had just parked his motorcycle inside the garage when it went up in flames. This door was the only thing keeping those flames inside long enough for the family to get out safe.
Didn't even know it. My son just happened to be walking by and said, "The bike's on fire, Dad." And I looked down and it was.
Robert says he had just got back from a short ride on his Harley Davidson with his daughter. It wasn't until he parked that something went terribly wrong.
I turned it off and I was pushing it into the garage and it caught on fire.
Robert tells us the bike was making a strange noise, that he was going to add more fuel when his 14-year-old son started yelling.
It just like caught fire while he's on it. I was like, oh, get off. And then he got off, but then it just started like spreading. Yeah, I went inside, got my sister out, got the dogs and cats.
His sister had no idea what was going on, but just did what her brother told her.
Riley came in and said, "Get out of the house." I was like, okay, so I ran out of the house and I was like, what happened? And the fire just like caught on.
Robert tells us he tried to battle the flames himself, but it quickly got out of control, burning through the roof of the master bathroom.
If I'd been on it and Riley hadn't have been there, I would have gone up in flames. Riley's the hero. Yeah. It chokes me up a little bit, sorry.
But Riley says he just did what he needed to do.
Your dad says you're a hero.
No, I mean, it's a good thing I was there.
I'm really thankful that he saved my life and my dad's life. I don't know what I could do without him.
The house has been deemed a total loss. Now the family is slowly picking up the pieces, salvaging whatever they can from the fire. People in the community already getting results, giving them money, even a place to stay. A friend letting them live out of their RV.
Yes, we lost everything, but those are just items. We can replace those. Just happy everybody's safe, and like I said, everybody came together.
In Palm Coast, Jennifer Ortega, News 6.
The family has set up a GoFundMe page. If you'd like to help, we've posted a link on our website at clickorlando.com. Just look for this story. So Florida Disney workers are about to get a big payout from Disney. The company has been ordered to pay almost $4 million in back wages. The money will go to more than 16,000 employees who say Disney failed to pay them minimum wage or overtime. The Labor Department says Disney World Resorts would deduct a uniform or costume expense from paychecks, which caused some employees' hourly rate to fall below the federal minimum wage. Also, Disney did not pay people for pre-shift work they did before their official start time. Well, the busy week of rocket launches continues on the Space Coast. Tonight, the United Launch Alliance will send up a Delta IV rocket from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. The mission is to send a military satellite into orbit for the U.S. Air Force. The launch window opens at 7:44. We'll be streaming the launch live on clickorlando.com. Let's go ahead and check back in with meteorologist Madeline Evans. She is pinpointing your Saturday forecast and taking a look ahead at tonight. for the launch.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have no issues if you're going outside to watch this launch tonight. Right around launch time at 7:44, we'll be at about 70 degrees, mostly clear skies, and won't be much cloud cover to obstruct your view. Winds coming from the west at about 5 miles per hour, so weather should not be an issue for this rocket going up. It's gonna be an absolutely beautiful night and an even better day for us. We'll be at 55 at 8 a.m., 69 at noon. 79 is our daytime high. Finally, we are right about average for this time of year. We're not too cold and we're not too warm. We'll be dry and sunny all Saturday long, so you got to get outside and enjoy this. The radar is nice and dry this morning. No rain to worry about. It's going to be that way for your whole weekend long. 51 right now in Orlando, same with Melbourne, and 50 this morning in Leesburg. Amanda.
Thanks, Madeline. Well, still to come, tracking your teens around technology, a new way to keep an eye on them when they're on their smartphones. Next. Well, it's no secret that kids hide things from their parents, and these days, smartphones, they're playing a huge role in that. But there are some new ways to keep track of what your kids are doing. News 6 investigator Mike DeForest reveals 3 apps that parents can use.
Your kids are out and about. And more, it seems they are completely glued to their phones, talking, texting, watching videos.
Are you still doing homework?
The fact is, you have no idea what they're doing on that phone.
Anything that's going to monitor your children's activity or restrict